Hey guys, what's going on? Hope everybody's doing well. You're probably not globaling and hopping because you probably can't connect to the game. And that's unfortunate. We're going to get into a couple fixes here. Hopefully that may assist you with your disconnects and everything else. But I just gotta say, this is the worst patch I think I've ever experienced as an Entropian. It definitely, if not the worst, it definitely ranks up there. Mindark is definitely taking a piss on this one. But, I'm not going to criticize him without uh, getting a little creative and coming up with some fixes on our own here. But first, if you are crashing and everything else, I really do feel bad for you. Hopefully they'll fix it. I know if you go on to Planet Calypso forum, you go into the devs corner, there is a post there by Jokum. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but he is one of the developers, I believe, and he has a whole list of bugs that you may be experiencing, one or two of them, or all of them. I don't know. I have to say, here on Arcadia, from my mining, I can actually stay on for hours and hours on end. Every once in a while you hit a disconnect, but from what I've found out is that most of the time it's a server disconnect, which means the server is shut off. And even when I do log back in, I could log into another server and not access the previous server that I was in. So that's pretty much where 99% of my disconnects are coming from, is basically servers just shutting off. So try to avoid populated areas. Now, I don't know how it is on Cali, and I don't know how it is on Rocktropia, but I could imagine that it's a lot worse on Cali, your disconnect. So you may want to move off of Calypso, come to Arcadia, maybe Rocktropia, Siren, Next Island, whatever. But when you do go to these spots, avoid areas like the Rocktropia Lagoon, the Quarry here in Arcadia, because it's been shutting down like almost every hour, and I would imagine Twin Peaks and a lot of the other busier places on Calypso are crashing down as well. So, and that's going to hopefully improve some of your gameplay, because a lot of those areas are they're kicking people off left and right. Second thing you want to do is hit that repair tool on your client loader screen. There's an option. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, it's called tools on your tools. I'm fucking tool for saying that. Click that tool button. There's a repair tab. Click repair your client. You might as well just do it, even if you don't have too many problems. I know I didn't have too many problems. I clicked the repair tool and I was surprised at how many issues I actually had with my client. Okay, that might help things. The second thing is check your graphics card, update it, get the newest driver. Even though you think you might have it, just check it out, see if it's updated. You may have just bought it, the graphics card, but check it anyway, because you never know when they're going to release new drivers. I mean, I had 2 updates on mine, and I just updated it like 2 months ago. So, what else? Under tools, if you have a 32-bit system, meaning you have like Windows 7 Home, I believe it is. Is it Home? Windows 7 Home is the 32-bit system. Go to tools, under system, uncheck the 64-bit client. Obviously, you don't want to run the 64-bit client if you have that. If you're running the 64-bit client, you may want to try to step down and use the original. I tried it, and it actually didn't work for me. I'm stuck using the 64-bit client. Also, what I do is I actually play the game in Windows mode, 1280 by, 720? Not sure if that's helping anything, but it's certainly worth a check. And also, check out your connection speed and maybe play around with that. I run 6 Mbits, and I'm pretty sure I could go a little bit faster, but I'm not going to mess around with it. So, yeah, check those things out. It might help you, it might not. I know a lot of times, sometimes if I reset my router, if I turn off my internet connection to my computer completely for a good 5-10 minutes, come back, everything's a hell of a lot fresher, everything plays a lot better. You may want to check that out. It might help you, it might not. These are just possibilities. And obviously, like I said earlier, avoid those big problem areas. So it looks as though Mindark is definitely fixing these things, or obviously, they have to. I mean, my friends list has gone from 30 to 40 active players down to 5 last night. I mean, that sucks. You could definitely tell there's an impact in the game. I've had runs where, even on Arcadia, where I've had, 90% plus TT runs over the last couple of weeks before the patch. I'm having runs, 20, 30% TT returns, and that's just completely unacceptable. And I attribute that to less people putting money into the kitty, pretty much, Also, the CL deeds, Calypso land deeds, are paying out a lot less than they were. And obviously people aren't depositing, they're not around. It's a shame. And my interactions doing the tutorials with a couple of the Monarch employees were very positive. They're very positive people. They really do believe in what they do, and I'd like to give them the benefit of the doubt that they're definitely working their asses off to fix it. I mean, everybody gets on their goat because, they're really fucking us out of their money. But the truth is, they're people just like you and myself. They have a job. They need money to pay their mortgages, their kids, or whatever, obviously they want to keep the game going, earn revenue for the company so that they get a paycheck at the end of a week or every 2 weeks in my case, which really sucks. But check out those dev notes on Planet Calypso forum. Some interesting bugs there, a lot more bugs than I expected to come out of this patch. I'm pretty sure the whole team at Mindark is kind of upset about it too, because they were really excited about releasing this patch from the teasers and everything, and I thought that was some good hype to get people excited about the patch, and unfortunately it ended up like this. What else? I believe there was also another little news clip on Planet Calypso forum saying that they are trying to release some fixes and whatnot. Some people have told me that space is fixed, and then some people have told me that it's not, so be wary when you travel into space. If you die, you might get stuck there. If you do die, be sure to contact Joachim. Someone please fucking correct me. On Planet Calypso forum, because he had instructed people to do so that he can, be quick and swift about it and get you to the nearest TP or wherever you need to go. So that's very positive, and hopefully we'll see a bug squash and fix this week, and hopefully people come back, because that's kind of the scary part is, your game's down for a week and a half, and people find other things to do, and then they get hooked on that, and that's very unfortunate. I'd like to remain positive throughout this entire thing. It's difficult to do so when so many of your friends cannot access the game, and it's really bad all around. I just wish that they would fix these things before they release it to the public, and if they do not have enough playtesters, then maybe give a couple people some keys, or allow them to test the servers before they do put it out there. That would be interesting. A test server, an Entropia Universe test server. That would definitely be... That'd be neat, actually. That'd be really cool. But then you'd have more people on a test server than you would in the actual game. But hopefully we'll get a fix. I like to remain optimistic, like I said, and see what happens. I was going to do a separate video with the bug fixes, but obviously they're not going to work for everybody. Plus, I don't want like a bug fix video out there, because once this is done, and hopefully once this is done and fixed and everything is repaired, I'd have to take that down. Yeah. So, if it does fix for you, or if you have found anything that works for yourself, please put it in the comments section below. And who knows? Maybe I'll write Minark an email with all the combined bug fixes or things that work for players, and then they can release it if they would. I don't know if they would, but it's a pretty good idea. I think it would help everybody out. So yeah, test those out. If you guys are really having crashes or anything, please spend a little time on it, so you can just come to some sort of resolution to your bug Or if you have any other problems other than server disconnects, obviously, you know, the hitboxes are all fucked up through hunting. The travel to target's not working. I mean, there's a bunch of bugs right now. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen over the next few days, because I really thought that they would come to a bug fix before the weekend, and they did release some sort of mini patch. I believe it was last Friday, and it did seem to resolve some sort of stability in some of the servers, but obviously it didn't remedy the whole situation. But yeah, here we go, another shit run. But maybe 80%, 70%. This may be the last Ark video. Plan on traveling back to Foma and then Entropia, so hopefully in the future we'll do some of that. I know you guys are probably getting sick of this. Anyway, guys, please rate this thumbs up if you liked it. Please subscribe, and I will see you in the next vid.